Yo, what is good? What is very people? What is good? I really love what I am seeing in some of the show, and then other parts of the show I just don't really know if I should be watching it. Um, from going to being a pretty decent tutor in the case of actually just sticking with it and dealing with whatever comes his way when it comes to this student of his. We are truly seeing what it means for this old man to pretty much do whatever he wants and practically get away with it. Not only is he a quote unquote kid, so people kind of write him off as one, he just has a ridiculously filthy mind because of his past life and being able to remember every single thing that happened to him back then, and then being able to start over now is not the smartest choice. I think that's why reincarnations, or like if we do actually get reincarnated and start over as babies or something like that, um, it would make a lot more sense that we lose our memories so we can't. Because if that's the case, every young person should be taking over the world, right? If they're all just older people who already lived in the world, they should be able to just be like, oh, you know what? Why haven't you guys done this? This is back when I was around, I was doing this, you know? But regardless, I am definitely curious into seeing like where we are headed with all this because if you haven't noticed, a lot of the characters in here are just everybody's kind of gray, right? Like there's no real person who you could be like, oh yeah, this person's probably always good and doesn't seem like they would do any evil, right? Like you can't really say that about any of these characters because even the bodyguard girl is willing to just chop off the heads of anybody who has, um, crossed the line, has done anything that they're not supposed to do. She's just cutting heads off, so it's pretty obvious she could do that to anybody, you know? Like, she has the tendency to kill. And I think she is the closest thing, I mean, next to the dad, I guess, of the redhead girl, that we haven't really seen anything crazy out of, like, just out of pocket stuff. All we know is Gorisha, she has had an encounter with the main character's father, but it seems like every woman in the show has had that same encounter. So, not surprising. The other thing is our main character literally tries to fill up his student while she's sleeping and take off her pants. Like, bruh, this is the main pro tag. Like that's the type of stuff I'm talking about. Is there seems to be like no shame in this anymore, right? Like, oh, she's so young that she's this size of bra size still, but I guess it doesn't matter. I'm just a old man who's really 40 and I'm, doing this to a girl that is my age or older than me, but in hindsight, in my mind, I'm so much older than her. It's ridiculous. So I don't know how how they came up with this idea or thought that this would be a great idea, but here we are. So regardless, I definitely love the animation. I love some of the characters in here, like Grisha and even even the girl that he ended up leaving that he didn't want to leave. She's a really interesting character as well. But then you just have the perverted scumbags. And it's kind of just like, oh my god, these are the people we're supposedly hoping to save the world. These scums. But regardless, I do think the show has high potential. I just don't know. I guess, yeah, I guess I am gonna finish it just because some of this animation style is so pretty. But like I said, there's characters I have actually grown to like, and the swordswoman is definitely one of them. Seeing how she's like, I really need to learn math, and maybe this boy is my ticket to being one of the smartest of my kind, right? Or like the smartest math doer. Because as soon as she separated from her party, she didn't know what the heck she was doing with her money, and probably gave it all away for like some really ridiculous type of food, or even like a charm or something, and lost all of her money. She just seems like that type of person, right? Like she got probably scammed out of her money, and then after getting scammed, she straight up just was had to not eat for 10 days and ate monster doo-doo. So those are the types of people we have in this show. Very gullible, very unintelligent until they get intelligent, and then they become even more of a threat. And overall, I definitely want to know what you guys are thinking about this show. Did you like it? Do you drop it? What is your take on it? And I will definitely be looking forward to seeing your comments or just talking to you in the next video. So with that being said, take care and peace.